if you're doing something in a certain way and you would say, okay, this is not done and this is a failure, but in fact, this is not true. I moved to Thermo Fisher Scientific 5 years ago. I'm originally coming in from Lebanon, in which I was working in academia and also in clinical settings. Being a molecular virologist myself, it was a bit of a challenge to try to cooperate into the corporate world. However, I found myself connected with my own purposes here at Thermo Fisher Scientific. I thought that I might not be a good fit for the corporate world, but at the same time, I was curious to give it a try. So I originally moved to Thermo Fisher Scientific, aiming that I will stay for 2 years. Relocation was a bit challenging at start, to be very transparent, especially that it was during COVID-19. However, the environment was very supportive from the people here on site. Being a scientist myself, the curiosity that I had was something that I was able to also move here to my corporate life. Because sometimes it's, if you're doing something in a certain way and you would say, okay, this is not done and this is a failure, but in fact, this is not true, because this is the path, and this is something that I learned from science, that this is the path that I've crossed earlier, and probably this is the path that I should not cross again because it does not lead me to a solution, but I need to transform to a different path and try to find different alternatives in order to get to my target. So when I joined the company, my first question was actually to my line manager, whether or not I am the fit, given that I was the youngest among the team members. It was very much a very assuring message that I got back, that I am in the right fit and I'm in the right place. And fast forwarding 5 years later, when I got promoted to my managerial role, I was able to connect back then with my first line manager, and we had that discussion, and that reassurance was still there, showing that, yeah, if you have the willingness, if you're working based on your values and ethics, then you're in a very good spot to grow within Thermo Fisher Scientific.